One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cavaliers offense will get first crack at it today. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, Dave, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wants to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll go back to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Back to throw, it's Morris. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Tripped up for the tackle.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play called defensively.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
Quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So Duke's offense has the ball for the first time. Quick release by the QB. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Power football with the run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Kane. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Brown. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the 1st.
The Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no point.
Touchdown, Duke! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Ross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Cavaliers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Dropping back, it's Morris. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Motion from the back. With jet sweep pass. Oh, what a move. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The run to the left. Fights off a defender.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With the catch, it's Brown. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. They'll run play action. The short hands, it's Brown. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Blue Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air. It's Morris. Grabbed over the middle. It's Courtney. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Now on first down from the 30. Rides the back on the option to give. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got his man on the outside. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They boot it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. First and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Brown. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that lead.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Got his man, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Duke!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it off with a little trickery. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The Cavaliers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the Cavaliers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Morris. Fires to the big fella. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Courtney. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got the tight end. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Back to pass, it's Morris. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Shakes off the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down, and shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
He'll sneak it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Cavaliers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a little gadget play to get into the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. RPO complete to open the drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Anthony. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Blue Devils are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Morris. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Cavaliers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. There he goes! And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Here comes the heat. Trying to get behind the defense. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fires on the move. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And the Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Off the RPO, complete. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. A little screen to the running back. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ross. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
And the Cavaliers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. This is a designed run. Did the work himself.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Moore. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looking for a man. It's Morris. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
He'll keep it on the sneak. The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The pull and throw off the RPO. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Cavaliers are rolling down the field. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Oh, they're after him. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping him up and getting to the ground.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting up 4th.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Unloads quickly. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Blue Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With the catch, it's King. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Rides to back and leaves it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, Get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Got a lot of room to the right. The 20. The inside. Touchdown, Virginia. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Moore. Quick spin on the line. Turning it on! All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Right back to the well. Powers through the defender. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down and more. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They go 83 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Cavaliers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Here's a heat. He's going to run it.
I love the design by this offense. A great job rolling your athletic quarterback outside of the pocket to the left. Get him on the move. Get him away from the defense. Don't have him standing in the pocket. And now I give him a choice. Can he run it or does he throw it? He has an option. It's kind of a pass-run option.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking for space. It's Moore. There he goes. Still on his feet. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Touchdown, Duke! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Morris. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. This time it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Just keep slinging it. Setting up the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
On those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Scanning the field, it's Morris. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're throwing this ball to the running back out in the flat. That's essentially an extension of a sweep play, right? But the defender there to bring him down for a gain of no yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Harris. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And the Cavaliers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Cavaliers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Moore. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Cavaliers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Fires to the middle. Makes a catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Morris. That's caught. It's Courtney. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Grabbed in the backfield. It's King. Breaks into the open. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Moore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers.
Turning it on. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Oh, he got loose. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been, they're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Ross. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Morris. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He'll get rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That's caught. It's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Snagged out of the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.